Copy that. Check, check. All right. We're coming at you live from a living room with Christmas lights hanging in a corner. I'm eating crackers with crunchy peanut butter, drinking a tall glass of water. Oh, yum. That's delicious. And enjoying a cup of coffee. I'm also recognizing we have a serious discrepancy in our math energy on the planet. And I was asking questions about abandonment. But I think that abandonment is, when I consider it from a molecular perspective, when I consider it from the Gaia hypothesis perspective, the global total space perspective, abandonment can be something that we feel from an object equally as much as potentially we might feel from a relationship with a human. Our parents giving us up for adoption, or our friends choosing new friends, or our lovers choosing new lovers, or our maybe our children moving on and not wanting to have any conversation with us. I don't know a lot about any of those things, but I do know that hearing the word abandonment and seeing so many other people going through this particular experience had me going back through my own personal experience and asking, where was I abandoned? And as much of me that found disagreement to a degree with the way that my mother and father worked through a lot of their experience, I don't really remember ever feeling abandoned. I remember feeling upset that a lot of the promises that my father had made were not being fulfilled, but I don't remember ever feeling that I was cast aside or left behind, or I always sort of had this sense about me that it was my responsibility to take care of myself. Well, by the time I was 25, it became very clear to me that we're all just human, trying to make our way and trying to learn some things. But it still didn't stop me from saying there must be a reflection of abandonment for this Adina character somewhere. So I remember this experience when I was in the 7th grade, and my algebra teacher was so oppressive in the way that he expressed mathematics that it began a detachment from even wanting to learn. The cells in this human didn't feel the love, didn't feel the care, didn't feel an empathy for not being in a position to maintain this kind of relationship with math. And now it seems, based on a lot of the sometimes viewed as radical idiosyncrasies from these intense mathematical minds, the dichotomy of the spaces of how many people are actually understanding math in that profound space, even in the simple space, it's just unacceptable. It's literally, math is just like dropped right off the face of the planet, essentially. It's like one of the least practiced practices. It's just not being held in any kind of regard. It's been pushed aside as if it were some utilitarian something that nobody can grasp unless they have a mathematical mind. And because I view things as sort of, fragments of all the same sort of one thing, I feel it's my responsibility to better engage with mathematics in whatever way that I can engage with mathematics. And if that means that all I do is meditate in newly expansive ways every day to become more in touch with that particular language, then I feel that I'm taking as much responsibility as I can. But the abandonment is felt there. It feels as though, I mean, and I can cry about this subject. People don't realize that, you know, there aren't a lot of things out there that people do to me that affect me so much that I feel removed or separated, or those things just don't happen to me. But this subject has no way of really expressing itself to me. It doesn't have any way of sharing its evolution with me. It doesn't have any way of sharing its experience with me in a sense that I can grab onto it. And that feels like I've missed something. It feels like I'm not participating as fully as I could with my mathematical experience. So I guess basically what I'm saying here is that I'm going to remove this idea that I was abandoned by mathematics, and I'm going to take some responsibility for meditating and bringing some attention to just saying to the universe, let us all find some way to become more fully engaged with the maths on the planet. Every aspect of it. The word math is going to probably keep a door closed, so we might have to come up with some new ways of expressing ourselves, you know, with these mathematical symbols or mathematical imagery or topological expressions in math, or arithmetic physics, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. You come up with your own magic door to do nothing more than just say it's something that we should consider expanding as a global society on. Not all of us are designed to be such profound mathematicians. Not all of us have that in us, but it's part of us. It's part of the whole picture. You can say as many times as you want, and I've said it too, what could I possibly use math for? All you need to do is know how much a head of lettuce costs and give them $1. But the truth of the matter is everything is mathematical. Everything adds up. And I don't get what that means, and I accept that. But I do get that it's a very big piece of a puzzle that is just not getting the respect and time that it requires in order to really flesh out this whole human experience. So if anybody's got an extra minute or two and they want to spend some time just meditating on bringing the earth to a comfortable level of awareness, that this is another equals sign. This is another space where we have to kind of unfold and expand our emotions, our feelings, on how to accomplish this. That could be helpful. I don't know, maybe not, but that's just me. I'm all about meditating on everything. So if we could just meditate on everything, that'd be great. But when I see in a graph that math is like on the bottom of the graph, a straight line of never increasing awareness, that is like, it kills my heart. It hurts me. There shouldn't be 12 super smart mathematicians out there. There should be all kinds of awareness in mathematics, and we should be looking at one another and saying, what kind of math can you do? What kind of math do you do? What's your math story? Because I guess I don't want to cry about that subject anymore. I don't want to feel separate from it anymore. So I am embarking on learning more about, and I have been for years now. I'm just so not good at math. Correction. I am so going to get better at math. But I've been engaging in it. I've been pushing myself, and it's not fun. it's fun because I know I must be learning something somewhere along the line that maybe in the future I'll get, but it's a challenge. So anyways, all right, peace people. Have a great day. Thanks. Love ya.